Happy Monday, everyone. Welcome to Versus. I'm exhausted. I still have my badge on. I just ripped off a bunch of wristbands. It's been a crazy weekend. Let's talk the Marvel panel. Let's talk Odyssey second weekend. Let's talk big news out of Comic-Con and a roundup of stories. And let's introduce our panel.
This is Film Threat!
Hey, we've got some people coming here late. We've got Derek Anderson, the DA. Gary, a guy named Gary from a Nerdrotic channel may be joining us. He may pop in. I don't know. But welcome, everyone. We survived, Alan. We survived.
Yes, we did.
Stop it. There's like, let me get this badge off.
I know something's going on with StreamYard. That's
something is weird with StreamYard where it echoes in the green room, but we're doing well. Elaine, how are you?
I'm great. Glad to be here. I can't wait to hear all the Comic-Con craziness.
You will hear it. Badger, we missed you.
Missed you too. Doing well. Can't wait to hear the shenanigans.
Well, I'll just say this. If there was 1 year you thought about skipping Comic-Con, this was the one.
I wasn't even going to get in, apparently.
We will get into all the problems of Comic-Con this year because it was a disaster on so many levels. I cannot begin to tell you how Comic-Con really failed. I think failed. Everyone at the con failed in many ways, but we'll get to it. Let's say hi to the people and see what's up. Wow, we got some soups in already coming in hot.
Hembry Jeremiah for 10. So are we going to talk about Ryan Reynolds dressing up as Deadpool at Comic-Con and going around meeting everybody and also crashing the Avengers panel?
I have the video all queued up. I've got 600 tabs open.
Oh, good. 993 Mike, shout out, became a member. Thank you, Mike.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Chief Navy Doc became a member. Shout out.
Thank you.
Andrew Cram gifted 1 Film Threat membership.
Thank you, Andrew. Happy you're here. I'll got to meet you at a con one day.
Now another name for 5. Pitch meeting for Blade Runner 2099. Menopausal Asian woman and trans dude as leads. Perfect. That will show those fanboys.
Yeah, I everything I've seen about that show just does not interest me. I don't know that we need that show.
By the way, she's long past menopause.
Yes.
Let's get things right. Yes.
But also want to remind people to go to shop.filmthreat.com. We have Doomsday t-shirts.
Nice.
It's coming December 18th. You can get in on it. It's a little Barbenheimer. I think we've settled on Doomsday. So get these shirts available for a limited time. I'm getting one. I'll tell you that. My Doomsday shirt. And I will see both films in one day. I want to see what that's like. So there you go. Should be a lot of fun. Let's get into the box office, Alan.
Yeah.
Let's get into the box office.
Yeah.
The second weekend box office.
So, whoops. Hold on.
Sorry about that. Let's put yours up there.
All right. So, look, Odyssey taking a shellacking, dropping 27% from the first weekend to $90 million. Look at this. Only at $652 million. Clearly, the failure all of us predicted it would be. I don't know if you also saw this, but let's go over here. Again, after a week, our Rotten Tomato score dropped to 94%. Continues to plummet in both critical ratings. By this time in 2 years, the RT score will be 0. So
If it goes at that rate, it's gonna bomb.
It's gonna bomb. Just as we predicted weeks ago. Number 2 is Moana at 10 million. Then Hades Town, which my daughter and I can't believe came out this weekend, so we're gonna see that this week. Toy Story finally hits $1 billion. Minions, Monsters, Evil Dead Burn, The Invite, Young Washington, Motor City, and Obsession. Not a good week for movies.
Oh, that's awful. Anyways, first of all kidding aside, congratulations to movie theaters. I love that movies are people are going to the theater and seeing films. Odyssey's second weekend, that is an insane hold. Insane. I think there's a lot of fear of missing out, little FOMO there, but people are going to it and they're seeing it on premium screens. Congrats to everyone involved. And I predict, and this isn't any sort of radical prediction, that the Odyssey will join other movies as part of the $1 billion club. Movies like Minions, Toy Story 5, Moana 2. It's going to join many prestigious movies that have made over $1 billion. If I showed you a list of the movies that have made over $1 billion, I'll just say this: they're not all great movies. You can say that they made $1 billion. Comments, thoughts on this? What do you guys think? Jump in.
Did anyone actually say it was going to fail? Because I don't remember anyone actually saying it was going to fail.
None of
I
us
remember
failed.
saying at most it might underperform, but his underperformance is still more than any other creator, basically.
I haven't heard that anyway.
I mean, people have
Wow.
said it
Gonna
would
fail.
fail, but
Sorry about that.
but the thing is, if you quote the 3 or 4 people who said it's going to fail, and then you apply it to everybody else who didn't like the movie, then everybody said it was going to fail.
Well, and
That's how.
Yeah, I think I said it would. I didn't know how much money they left on the table. I think I used that point and said, yeah, they're probably leaving some money on the table with all of the controversy, but it's going to do insanely well for its first 2 weekends because everybody wants to see it in IMAX. You know, that's pretty much it. IMAX is the selling point along with Christopher Nolan. And I think everybody's kind of freaking out about, well, now Hollywood has the green light to push all the woke that they can. There's only one Chris Nolan. Chris Nolan's probably the only director that can do whatever it is he wants to do, and he'll be just fine. And everybody else, good luck. Okay, if you really want to try to push more of this garbage, good luck with it. All right, maybe you'll get lucky. But I don't think there's any other director that could have directed the movie that we got and still had everybody saying, oh, it's a great movie and we're going to go check it out, and blah, blah, blah. I don't think anybody else could do this except Christopher Nolan.
Yeah,
And Greta Gerwig.
I've always said, I mean, this is me personally. I know that actors aren't really a big draw for me. When I go see a film, it's mostly directors. And I know there are directors or cinematographers that I like. Those are the stars. And I think for directors like Denis Villeneuve, Guillermo del Toro, and Christopher Nolan, people look to their resume and say that, you know what, I like most of their films. That's why they're a fan. And I think regardless of how you come off after seeing the movie, it wasn't my taste, but it was well made. I mean, they worked hard to bring it to the screen and to at least make it a worthy experience to go, like, worth your money to see in a theater. And I think that's what people were drawn to it, that they did work hard, that wasn't slop that they just hastily thrown together like a cheap money grab. So I think that's good. I think it's great for theaters.
Well, if you're at the theater and unable to get those IMAX seats for the Odyssey, Motor City is great. It's a graphic novel. That's what it is. Practically like a period musical from the 70s. It's a time where people smoked and people were also sexy, both men and women. Highly recommend it. It's it's in limited release, not on a lot of screens. Check it if you can. Highly recommend. I mean, Derek, you need to see this movie.
I saw it, man. I saw it last week.
So
on
what?
Monday.
You liked it?
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
I loved
great.
it, man. It was an absolute banger. Like the ending, especially that ending
Oh,
was so electric,
that-
man. The fight in
That
the
elevator scene. Oh,
Oh
it's great.
man,
Great.
absolute cinema, man. I love
Strong
it. Yeah,
recommend.
I highly recommend it. Highly recommend going to check out Motor City. No dialogue, and there was a lot of people that walked out of that movie in my
Yeah,
screen.
some
A
did.
ton of-
Check this out. Watching the Odyssey the way Chris Nolan intended. What is this?
Oh,
On a Casio phone? What is that? That I don't know that would be great to watch it on a phone, but there are other ways to see it, like the 4DX. Have you seen this footage of people watching the Odyssey in 4DX? It's like a video of, you ever see those videos of people on a cruise during a storm and it's doing terrible things? Watch this 4DX Odyssey.
And
I'm good.
I don't want
my
to get
God.
actually seasick.
People said
Yeah.
they got sick and left.
But look at all that water being.
Look at the water
that
actually
mist.
sprays on you. It's like an amusement park ride.
By the way, we have a guest who just came in.
Oh my God. What's that, Alan?
We have a guest who just came in. So
Oh, great. Who came in? Let me
yeah, I
see.
figured you'd want to do
Let's
some.
join Gary
What up?
Hey.
from the Nerdrotic channel. What are you doing, man?
Being late.
That's okay. That's
Sorry.
okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Gary.
so
Hi.
Gary,
What's up?
you haven't really seen the Odyssey until you've seen it in 4DX. Look at this. This is
All right. Am I the only one who thinks that's kind of awesome?
I do think it's kind of cool. But people were saying they left because they made them sick.
I mean,
I
I,
wanna see a
guess
Sam
that would make
Raimi
it
movie.
exciting.
I want to see a Sam Raimi movie in 4DX with blood.
All right. Well,
I want to see someone try to eat their popcorn with
that's bad.
fuck,
Yeah.
it's flying.
That's
everywhere.
what I'm saying, man. Like my snacks is going to be all over the floor with that.
Yeah.
shit. I don't.
You better get them out of the way first. I mean,
Oh, it's gonna be
okay,
soaking wet for one thing.
Are you like eat your snacks before the movie while the trailers are going, or do you save them
No,
for the
I like
movie?
eating my snacks. I save the snacks. I would like because I
Yeah.
always get like movie nachos, a drink, and like chicken strips or something like that. So I try to knock out the chicken strips so I can just kind of sit there and dip and munch on the movie nachos. I would be pissed off. I would
Chicken
be
strips,
mad at
huh?
this one, man.
You'd be all that'd be
Yeah,
a little
Nah,
tough.
nah.
But what do we think about this? What's weird is I don't think I know anyone who said this movie would fail. And when you look at Nolan movies, they have a real, that drop of 27% is crazy. That's so small. This is like Titanic that played for 6 months. It made like $20 million a week for 6 months. But what do you guys think of this? And Garrett,
Well, Titanic also ran for 13 months of a
Right,
film, and
right.
pulled it from theaters.
But during
Yeah.
the first 6
Yeah.
months, it was #1 at the box office every weekend. It got knocked out a few times, but mostly
It got knocked out by Lost in Space in
Right.
April. In April, the following April, I remember that.
Nice.
But there was a lot of people online. There was a lot of right-wing commentators who were definitely saying this thing's going to flop. They were saying it. So they're eating a little bit of crow now. They are. But I don't know. Nobody on that I recall on FNT said it. I can't recall you saying it, Chris.
Nope.
I
Never.
tried to repeat it.
Jeremy
multiple
didn't say
times.
it.
Well, Jeremy
Jeremy-
Griggs,
no.
to his credit, has been saying it's going to be a massive success since day one, right? So yeah, and it's going to be. It can hit 2 billion. It can hit 2 billion. We'll see because it's got no competition in August, right?
Yeah.
And Spider-Man's going to knock it down a little bit, but I think they both can succeed at the same time and both have legs.
Mhm.
But yeah, doesn't make it any better of a movie. But if you want to, just go with the box office, there you go.
Yeah.
You go with the box office. It's still very mid
Yeah.
and a horrible adaptation.
Yeah, I feel like Christopher Nolan's movies are either, I mean, he has a great filmography, but some people don't like Tenet or Dunkirk was not, I didn't really like that. And this movie reminded me of Dunkirk in a lot of ways. I think they even had a sequence when they're in a underwater submarine. It looked like the Trojan horse part, but yeah, I like Tenet, but I did this Odyssey was not for me. It was just, it's not my taste. I would have liked a very fantastical epic, and it was very grounded, very humanist and drawn out at times. I just didn't, it wasn't what I had envisioned, but it was, I don't know. I applaud their efforts to make it, because at least it wasn't a cheap cash grab slop. So
I gotta say, I'm a little butthurt because for an entire day, I was the outlier. I was the single negative review of the Odyssey. Time magazine didn't
lone
publish
bad
their
man.
review until a day after mine, and theirs was just as good. They said the exact things I said.
Well, this is breaking now. I have to share this with you. Emily Wilson, we saw that clip of her talking about it. Something new just dropped. And we have to take a look at what Emily Wilson had to say. I'm going to blow this up, Badger, if you would read this in your sexy voice. Let me
my default voice.
Yeah, exactly. Let's blow this up and look at this, because this is pretty harsh.
Yeah.
That go for it.
Yeah, the race-neutral casting of Nolan's Odyssey was inevitably deplored in some quarters, but there is nothing progressive about it. Most of the non-white actors, Zendaya, Lupita Nyong'o, Himesh Patel, Corey Antonio Hawkins, Travis Scott, play versions of the black best friend, whose only role in the drama is to provide aid to the white protagonist. Scott, as the Ithacan bard, Phineas, yells a few words and pounds a stick, but does not get to sing, tell a story, or play the lyre. The most melodic note in the percussive soundtrack comes from the plucking of Odysseus's bow, a beautiful sonic image of the archer as musician, borrowed from the poem. Nyong'o's double part as Helen and Clemestra is hugely underwritten. She's given only a few minutes of screen time to perform a set of brief tableau of female victims: the outraged bereaved mother, the abused wife, the repentant adulteress. There are more female characters than in most Nolan movies, thanks to the source material, but none of them has much to say. In contrast to the characterizations of the poem, Homer's Calypso has a wonderfully outraged operatic speech about divine double standards. Male gods can kidnap and grape any mortal woman they desire, but when a goddess tries it, Zeus and his cronies scupper her chances. It's a clever and comical distortion of the mythological facts. The poem's listeners know that it is primarily Athena, a female deity, who is taking Calypso's mortal victim away from her. Hermes, whom she's complaining to, is merely the messenger. And Eos, goddess of the dawn, as we've been reminded only a few lines earlier, has not been prohibited by the divine patriarchy from holding on to Tithonus. Charlize Theron's Calypso looks gorgeous, but she's never angry, never funny, not skilled in rhetoric, and never consumed by lust for her scraggly mortal victim. She's an unpaid therapist, soothing the soul of the bedraggled, PTSD-ridden Odysseus with drugs and graciously listening to his disjointed tale of woe.
Well, that's
scenes
great. And we've got, I think, Jeremy here. This is getting better every single day. Everyone kept saying Emily Wilson's heavily inspired Nolan's story to be a feminist propaganda narrative. Now she's blowing up that entire ridiculous argument, LMAO. So, thoughts on this, folks? That's crazy. And I know, look, Nolan isn't really known for his female characters. He's just not.
No, but the problem is where Emily Wilson's looking for agency, that was particularly with Calypso, but Hollywood's unwilling to portray a woman as a sexual assaulter and any complexity because of that feminist point of view. So Emily Wilson's complaining about something, so it went even further than she intended, and that's what she said in her clip too. So it's Hollywood playing it safe. It's Nolan playing it safe. And I think it is important. I talked about it on Friday Night Tights. And in my video, I said, you know what? We've invoked Emily Wilson's name a lot, but this is Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey.
Yeah.
Like, this is his movie. He wrote it. And women being underwritten has been a common thing with Nolan, like since day one, really. Actually, Memento might be the only time there was like a really complex woman in any of his movies. But yeah, so he's not winning here from either side, which is kind of funny. Like this whole thing is kind of funny because before this movie came out, I was just like, this is going to be I'm on your show, an S-storm that we have not seen in a long time, because there are going to be so many factions taking so many looks at this. But when you hear what Christopher Nolan says, when you see what he does on the screen, it's really hard to argue that there isn't a diminishment of the hero, a subversion of the text, and a certain feminist point of view, particularly when the word misogynist comes out of Nolan's mouth. That's unbelievable. That's unbelievable. So yeah. And if people like the movie, that's great. Most people are. People are. I am in the minority. I understand that. Doesn't change my mind about it though.
There's clearly 7 other hours of footage, by the way, because like when you watch John Barenthal talk about Lupita, and then even Lupita talk about her scenes, and then she was in there for like a minute and a half. It's like, what the fuck were they talking about? So maybe they had more to do and say, but as depicted, she's in it for a minute just to be angry black woman.
Yeah. Did she?
Yeah.
Know
Well,
how
they
much
only had
screen
3
time?
hours. So
right.
I mean, that was Nolan's choice because they can only show 3-hour movies on IMAX. Right. Yeah. But I think you're right. I think there's a longer movie out there, and it kind of felt like, yeah,
It felt 4 hours already.
Reel of the story.
Well, I mean, you could add an intermission and have a 6-hour Odyssey, which if you really want the story, that's like a bare minimum.
He could have done 2 movies. He probably could have done 3 had he just piecemealed it out.
I actually said that in my review. I think this could have been better as a 2-part movie, or 2 different films, like Dune, like Denis Villeneuve did, or a long form premium television format. It was. I like slow burn stories too. I like a slow burn, but you really need that strong character development, strong story to make that work. And in a theater setting, it wasn't working for me. It dragged, and I almost got lulled to sleep a couple times before the loud noises.
Like that last comment down there was great. That last comment down there was great because the idea that it could be more woke.
Yeah.
Good. Hey, Elon Musk is vowing to make a fully AI The Odyssey by the end of the year. This is from Variety. Someone said, hey, what about giving Mel Gibson $100 million to make The Odyssey? He goes, and he commented positively. Now he says before this year ends, Grok Imagine will make a full-length movie of the Odyssey that is historically accurate and true to the art of Homer, wrote Musk, who slammed Chris Nolan's The Odyssey for months over casting of Lupita Nyong'o and Elliot Page. It's just, Variety's doing a whole story about a Twitter post he made, but is this a good idea? Like, honestly, we'll review it. I vowed to review Elon Musk's The Odyssey. We'll review it here, but I don't think it's going to be good. Any predictions from you guys?
I think this is a terrible idea.
I agree.
How he's going to put $100 million into it? Is that what I heard? I heard that number thrown out. I don't know if that's true or not.
That was from Mel Gibson. Someone asked, would you give Mel Gibson $100 million?
Gotcha,
He said, I'm down.
Mel Gibson, $100 million.
Yeah, I think this is a giant waste of time. But I'm sure you'll review it, Chris.
The $100 million troll. But check this out. Somebody actually already. No, that's not it. Somebody made a kind of AI version, their own version of the Odyssey. I've got the video here. I'll cue that up. Why don't you take that off screen, Alan, while I find it? Yeah. But it's it doesn't look bad. It looked kind of fun. Like I would be into it.
Question is, will the performances be soulless, or will
Well, I think the one thing AI, it's fine for memes, it's fine for bits, it's fine for comedy. I don't think it really works with acting. To be fair, it just doesn't. just doesn't.
Well, I mean, going back to the Elon Musk story, I think it's less about making a historically accurate Odyssey than it is about Grok Imagine creating a full-length AI feature film.
But let me give you a taste and show you this here. Someone posted this. I know, Gary, you love AI. You love when I do this, but this looks fun. Look at this. It's just a tease. It's kind of cheesy, but check it out. It's got that kind of classic old Hollywood, like 10 Commandments era. Or Ben-Hur with a mix of Harryhausen. You've got gods and
got little miniatures. I like that little miniature people.
I love everything about like the imagery. Okay. And especially the Cyclops and Zeus being in the clouds. They're the sirens, you know, like, that would have been more of a fun movie. Nerd Cookies. I was looking for a fun movie. And you can make the Odyssey fun. There's serious and dark moments in it, but you could certainly make it like thrilling, and it just lacked imagination.
That's what I wanted.
Yeah.
I wanted, when I first started Christopher Nolan, The Odyssey, that alone got me super hyped because I just couldn't help but imagine what it would look like. And I love Clash of the Titans with Maggie Smith and Laurence Olivier. And I wanted that to be, I hoped that would be the inspiration to have color and vibrancy and this mythical monsters and gods and, you know, like Gladiator meets Clash of the Titans in that way. And it just wasn't that. It was just very muted, very grounded, very, I don't know, just realistic, too realistic. I wanted to be transported to another realm, and that's just not what this did. I just felt ordinary. Some sequences were good. The Cyclops was good, and Circe, I think, were the big highlights for me. But then it's just wrapped up in a 3-hour long struggle session. Just a guy in therapy.
He tried to have it both ways. He tried to show fantastical while making it grounded, and he ended up doing neither successful.
And the score just
personally
wasn't working for me either.
Oof.
But is this like a fan revolt? Let me just say this, that kind of connect a few dots of some things. Star Wars Theory is not too far from me in Glendale, premiering his Vader Episode 2.
I'll be going to that tonight. I hope I see you there.
I'm not going to be there. I'm not going to be there because we're seeing Spider-Man. But here's my point. So that's premiering Theory's Vader video. Axanar just came out on YouTube.
What?
Yes.
No.
Yes. Oh,
you are kidding me.
Yeah, and he screened it in San Diego. So Axanar is coming out, and Elon Musk is saying, "I'm making the Odyssey." This is like a fan saying, "We don't like what you did, Hollywood. We'll make it ourselves." This is what it signifies. You know, Star Trek, Star Wars, Odyssey. This I see.
You remember,
Gary, you predicted this.
You guys will remember back in like the 50s and the 60s when Hollywood was putting out a lot of these big scale epics, the Ben-Hur, the 10 Commandments, and like what else, Spartacus, and all of those big giant full sets, huge cast, you know, like they were going all in, and people were checking out from those. And I think we're going to see a similar situation with the Odyssey. People want to just get back to something that's grounded, that feels real, that feels connected to where people are at this point. I don't think anybody's connected to these giant spectacles. Yeah, they'll go out and watch the Odyssey. But like I said earlier, I don't think too many other filmmakers can do what Chris Nolan just did. And so you're seeing, you know, Curry Barker taking off, obviously Kane Parsons, like those guys. That's where people are right now. We want something that feels more connected to us rather than.
Interesting.
Yep. That is the best point I've ever heard in my life.
That we didn't hear it.
Chicken strips.
Sorry, your audio dropped out, Derek.
Well, he's frozen.
He's under attack by Nolan. They got him.
Big Nolan got him.
Shit.
The Nolan Bros.
I just think we saw that. We've seen this.
He's back.
Not doing anything new, right?
Your audio's crashing out there, Derek.
But point well taken.
But earlier you were, But Gary, you were saying earlier, I think a lot of the "it's gonna fail" the Odyssey, that didn't come from our circle here. It was more the people who never talk about this stuff.
Yeah.
Political channels that are jumping on the trend. That's what I saw mostly. And I'm like, no one in our sphere, not a single, I can't think of anybody said it would fail. I knew this was.
No, what we said was based on the trailers and everything that we've been getting that this was going to be a bad movie.
Yes.
Never a commentary on the
Yeah.
box office and whether people.
That was pretty. Thank you. Sorry, Alan. That's exactly what I was stating in my videos. Is like at the end of one, I'm like, I don't give a shit about the box office. I just worried if it's good or not. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
And I think the question, Nolan, is insane. And I even Savvy gonna call you out. She wanted to bet me and have me like wear a wig or something if I was wrong. I'm like, no, let's throw some cold hard cash on this. $1,000. Let's go. She didn't take it. That's fine. I understand it. The thing is, though, I mean, whatever you want to define the sphere, there were certainly a lot of people saying it was going to flop. But you're on Twitter, which is also not real life. So we have to remember that. And the disconnect was definitely there. It is connecting with people in a way that Nolan film, I would say no Nolan film has in the past outside of Batman.
Yeah.
Outside of Batman. So this is like outside of Batman, Nolan film. This one's connecting more than Oppenheimer. And I think it's going to have huge legs. And yeah, for whatever reason, there's a lot of people liking it. I don't see that in this movie. I don't see anything to connect to. I can't connect to the main character, who I found to be very just sad and boring. And I found the movie to be very sad and boring. But apparently a lot of other people aren't. So.
Is there a common denominator? Because I was trying to decide what is the biggest thing that people that love it, the people that don't. And I really think it's the people that loved it just aren't that familiar with the original Odyssey and they just like Nolan. Or the people that are super aware of what goes on didn't have a great experience unless they also really like Nolan and are forgiving.
I mean, of course, this is anecdotal, but I ran into a lot of people who don't know who I am, which is not hard to do, over in San Diego Comic-Con, and we just talked about how boring that movie was. You know, it's
everybody that doesn't, all my peoples that don't know I have a YouTube channel, because I don't tell everybody I got a YouTube channel. And when I'm talking to them, and I talk to them about movies all the time, I asked them, did you see the Odyssey? Yeah. One, why did you go see it? It's Nolan. Okay, cool. Number two, did you enjoy it? They said, it's all right. It's all right. Not his best, not his worst, just right there in the middle. And that's how pretty much everybody is talking about this. Nobody's glazing it like you see in, like, you know, online or, you know, all of these random, you know, Twitter accounts or anybody in the mainstream. Everybody's just kind of like, it's all right, you know. And so that's how I think most people are feeling about it. They say it's fine. I enjoyed it. Would you go see it again? That's always my litmus test. Would you go watch this movie in theaters again? And most of them are like, nah. You know, I might catch it on streaming if I'm doing nothing, but nah.
Whatever the number is, like I remember when Titanic came out, there were people who hated that movie with a blind passion you would not believe. They hated it. I knew a lot of people who hated that movie while it was killing at the box office. So, you know, it's just a numbers thing, and it's the amount of people going to the theater and the amount of enthusiasts, how many actual tickets are sold, how many actual people are going to see it. It's still in the millions, but it's not like, you know, I'd be interesting to know what the ticket sale number is. It's very high, even for this time, but they don't really count them anymore. I'd love to get that number.
Just know, you know, just because a movie makes a lot of money doesn't mean it's a great movie. Because I think it's a foregone conclusion the Odyssey is going to cross 1 billion and do very well. And join the ranks of Toy Story 5,
The Force
Moana
Awakens
2, what else? Lilo and Stitch, Minions, other movies that have made in $1 billion.
Oh, Minecraft.
But the difference here,
and just some Fast and Furious movies cross 1 billion.
Yes.
I think the difference here is all of those movies had drop-offs. Now, some of them, okay, there's a couple like Pixar and animated stuff. They're going to have legs because of kids and stuff like that. Yeah. This is a rated R 3-hour movie that's going to have legs, like crazy legs. And that's kind of unheard of. So I think that's where the difference is. Now, yes, I hate all the Avatar movies. I hate them equally. So I'm not discriminate. I really hate all 3 of those movies. but people love them and then never talk about them as soon as they leave the theater. That one's mind-boggling to me. This one I at least can kind of get because it's Nolan, right? And it's a horrible adaptation.
Yeah, that's the thing is how do you give it a 10 out of 10? I mean, I can see why people would give Titanic a 10 out of 10. I get that kind of story.
Kate
but,
Winslet's naked in it, obviously.
yeah, exactly. That's a 10 out of 10 for me.
That's a point.
But how? I mean,
Two.
they
points.
call us shills. But for someone to say that this is a perfect movie when the Lord of the Rings exists,
they think this is
how
better
do we
than
make
Lord of the
those
Rings.
jumps?
That's ridiculous. That's a dumb statement.
Yeah.
That's as dumb as saying that the Odyssey is secretly based.
Yeah,
That's another dumb one. So
yeah, I mean, I can understand like a mid movie getting a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes. That's the nature of Rotten Tomatoes. But I don't know, 10 out of 10 is just a real stretch for me.
no, I think
Because it's part of the culture war, bro. It's just part of sticking it to the
Yeah,
chuds. So they're just going
exactly.
to give it the best score they could possibly give it. It's like,
Yeah.
we won, you lost. That's basically, it's a chess piece. This whole thing has been a chess piece in the culture war. It pisses me off for that reason, because that's why we're still talking about it. Because this is an ordinary movie. It's a very ordinary.
I mean, that's a really good argument. And Derek, you said, I think the general consensus is 7 out of 10.
Mhm.
I think
Yeah.
that's a very reasonable,
Fair.
understandable grade. 10 out of 10, 1 out of 10,
Yeah.
7 out of 10, 5 out of 10. If you're in there, I think that's pretty reasonable.
Well, I compared it to the Broadway play Hamilton. When it came to LA, tickets were hard to get. It was everyone had to get tickets to see it the first, few weeks. All my friends in LA that were going to see Hamilton, they saw it. And when I saw it, I thought, this is just a big Schoolhouse Rock episode. It's hip hop American history. And it's fine. I couldn't tell you one song, but every time I talked to a friend, they were afraid to say anything bad about Hamilton. And I kind of feel like they're critics that are overpraising it in fear of like, well, I just thought it was good, not great. Or like you said, Gary, 7 out of 10, but they're just going with what everyone else said.
They don't want to
There's
be
like
aligned with us.
there's a
thing is-
group
Well,
thing.
yeah, 100%.
The
Yeah,
thing is,
yeah.
I can tell you why a Titanic could resonate with a lot of people to get them to that 10. I can tell you why Hamilton resonates with people to get them to that 10. For the life of me, I can't explain how anyone can see the Odyssey and say it's a 10. It's a perfect movie.
I agree with you, Alan, but there are people out there now. If it's mostly corporate critics, and I think it's been brought up here. Like it's because it's the culture war. Once we get away from that, there'll be more sober eyes that look back on it. And I'm not saying they're going to hate it, but the grade will come down from 10 out of 10 to
A
maybe
year from now,
8
I
or
can't
7.
wait
Yeah.
to hear what they
So
say.
it
about
doesn't surprise you that Empire Magazine gave it a 10 out of 10.
Empire Magazine that's been glazing Rings of Power since it
Oh,
came out. Yeah, it doesn't surprise me at all.
Same, but different. There's a lot of people that loved Superman 2025. And then a year later, Robert, they all of a sudden were admitting all of the problems that they ignored when it first came out. It's like,
Oh,
all
yeah.
right. Yeah, I think something very similar.
That one
with
happened
Odyssey.
quick. That one happened
Yeah.
even before Supergirl came out. It might have been the Supergirl trailers. I don't know, but people started coming correct on that one pretty quick. How's
Hey,
Supergirl doing, by the way? Oh, 124 million worldwide
you can
Digital
watch it,
tomorrow.
right? Is it on
Yeah.
VOD yet?
tomorrow.
28.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Come on, let's not degrade a movie that came out only weeks ago.
Okay.
We'll see how it ages with history here. But we have a lot of soups. We'll get to them. But I got to say, if you picked this year to skip San Diego Comic-Con,
Oh,
you are very smart. Let's get into this. First of all, hot and humid for the first time in
Yeah, it was
years
pretty bad.
in San Diego. San Diego is now cosplaying as LA because there are homeless encampments everywhere. It's crime-ridden and dangerous. You stick to the first few blocks, you're safe, but venture forth. I mean, Alan, you were saying
Oh
you
my
went
gosh.
back to your car. You were like, "Am I gonna? Is this how
I
I'm
know.
gonna
Is
die?"
this how I'm gonna go? Is this
Yeah.
how
Yeah, but on top of that, a disappointing Marvel Hall H panel. We'll get to that next. But fans are furious, and Hall H has to be fixed. And by the way, I'm glad I'm here because CBS News in San Diego want to be on their show to talk about this. And there are news stories about it. Hall H has to be fixed.
Michael Tuck, Ted Leitner. These are old people from San Diego.
Yes, I know.
I grew up
I know
watching that.
I mean,
Uncle
look,
Ted.
we can get tickets for movies a year from now, and I know where my seat is. I can sit in 1 minute before the movie unspools. Somehow Hall H has made it a physical challenge or a gauntlet to go through to do this. And randomly, Alan and I, we thought we'd do a fun stream of what's happening outside the con. It'd be fun. And then we stumbled on this. I'm just going to show a little bit of this.
Chris, question before you
Yes.
start. Has San Diego Comic-Con made a statement about this yet?
There was a
Yes,
press
we have that.
Okay,
we have
so
that
you
next.
got okay, good.
Yeah, but the new CBS News in San Diego wanted me on, but I'm giving them the rights to the footage because I want to get the word out. Here we go, just a little bit.
I've yelled a lot today. I'll try, all right? So my name is Matt, part of the front of house staff. I'm not speaking for Comic-Con. I am explaining to you what I do and what I know and what we've seen and what I've actually walked through and seen in the room. My job is to facilitate the movement from this line into that room, and I partner with those people. I don't have anything to do with the wristbands. I don't have anything to do with any of those. I can't answer any of those questions. I can tell you that all of our seats are full. I personally walk the room. There's not gaps in the middle.
This is around 2:30 in the afternoon. The panel was at 5:30 for Marvel.
Yeah, so 3 hours
There's
before
not
the
any-
panel.
Yeah.
This is
Any
some
of that happening.
horse.
They really are all full. I walked through. Okay.
So wait, Chris, who are these people that are in line?
I'm
There-
just letting you know. Apparently, I have
Yeah, in
somebody-
fact,
There are
go to
people who wait
that
in line.
clip.
There's
Go to
there's a couple reasons why this happened, and it's very fixable. One, many of these people waited 2 days, okay, and they have rules about how much time you spend in line with your group. You can leave to go to the bathroom and get, but you have to sit in a line. I don't know why we're doing this. This is also a health issue. You had ADA people. You had people sitting there like it's. Why are they doing this to these people? Apparently, two things happened. One, there were counterfeit wristbands. That happened. Two, it came out Disney or Marvel had 400 VIP guests that took up seats. They didn't tell the people giving out the wristbands. So they gave out more wristbands than there were seats. And as I've explained, it's like the Hunger Games on the Titanic. It's insane. And you'll see, let me move forward a little bit
Go to
to some of the people that are pissed off right here. And Alan smartly suggested the Trojan dumpster to get
5
in.
people. It is kind of BS. You guys have wristband. I don't have a wristband. I'm not getting in. But if you got one, does that mean you get in?
You're supposed to.
You're
Yes.
supposed to.
It's a guarantee on their website.
First seating.
Chris
First
inciting the
seating.
crowd.
Okay,
It's
I'm
guaranteed.
not getting
I know,
in.
I was
I
getting
want
worried
you
about
guys to get in. That's kind of BS.
I don't think Chris went far
Kind
enough.
of BS.
I didn't.
I needed torches.
I was like, Chris, you got to calm down because you're
No,
going to cite a riot here
Look.
if you keep talking.
Who left
No,
these
look.
pitchforks here? That's
I want to
weird.
get the story.
Now, is this a group?
So that was those people walking over are part of the ADA. Do you know what that is? People with disabilities going in. And I'm thinking they've expanded what
ADA means? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They've expanded that. So these people are rightfully pissed. And so when-
I have
when-
agoraphobia. That counts as an ADA. Can I get
Well,
into the crowded place?
So the people
Or I
waiting
came
in
into
line,
this country illegally. Can I get?
the people waiting in line saw that group go in, and that incited them even further. I didn't need to do much. You can watch this whole video on our channel.
But go to that clip of the lady who explained it all, or
Oh,
don't.
do you want me to go to that? Let me go.
Yeah,
to
because she
that.
explains exactly what happened. It's,
All right.
I've yelled a lot
You had an
today.
extended.
I'll try, all right? So my name is Matt.
Keep
part of
going.
the front of house staff. I'm not speaking.
Why
for
did they bring
Comic-Con.
this guy
I'm
out?
telling you what I do and what I
Like
know
knows
and what
nothing.
we've seen.
They
Go to
bring
the
this
part where
guy
you're
out like
on a
I
lady
don't know
talking to
anything.
you.
I'm not associated, but I'm going to tell you what's going
Here
on.
it is.
Going. Keep
You're
going.
screwed.
Keep going.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
Keep going. You're not... Keep going.
It's here, right here.
Wristbands and
8 hours.
9 hours yesterday and 8 hours today.
Today.
we waited 15 hours.
What time were you here?
God.
Before 7:30.
Okay. But what does the wristband say?
It says first seating.
It's different letters. Look, this one's B. Mine's D. Hers is C.
Saturday
I've seen other.
first.
Yeah.
So
First
different
seating.
groups, Saturday 1st.
But it
Okay.
doesn't matter. You're supposed to get in.
I'll tell you what the website says. It says
It's
these
guaranteed.
wristbands give you flexibility to plan your experience, or you can return in the morning for general seating and still know that you have a spot waiting for you.
Yeah.
Take a screenshot of that before they.
I do. I've got it underlined. I got it screenshot.
Okay.
So
So
Comic-Con,
did they pay for these?
Yes.
yeah, what
Okay.
No. They stood in line the 2 days. Day one, they stood in line for 8 hours to get those wristbands.
Okay. So
Day
they paid for them
two-
in time.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, but they paid for the badges, obviously, as
Yeah.
everyone does. So
But that's 2 days of not doing convention stuff
right.
to be in line.
And then here's Comic-Con. They do a thing where they do a feedback panel every year on Sunday. Feedback, how can we make the con better? Here's some of the comments from that.
Earlier, we think there were 3 or 4 things that contributed to the issues you experienced on Saturday. And we're going to work on those and make sure they're fixed next year.
Oh.
Wow, that's comforting.
great.
There were less wristbands ordered than there were seats in the building. In Hall H. So somebody had said something about they saw somebody with a stack of counterfeit wristbands that went to somebody. It would be good to know who that person was that it went to, whether it was security, whether it was staff, because that will help us. Right now, we haven't seen any. I'm not saying it didn't occur, but we can't do anything if we don't have that. But the amount of wristbands we order is less than the capacity of the room.
So he's saying there that if there were counterfeit wristbands, they don't know about it. They don't.
Earlier, we think there were 3 or 4.
Yeah, so there were counterfeit, and then Marvel just had too many VIP guests.
Yeah, that's what I think it was. I think it was comps and friends and family.
Yep.
And people who knew an usher who's a volunteer that got in. I think there was all that.
Yeah, some guy dressed as Deadpool. They let in.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Canadians.
But I think this is so fixable. We have this badge that has a chip on it. You have to tap in and tap out so they know the numbers. And by the way, this year, something was going on. It was more crowded every single day on the floor than we were there. Alan, it was impossible for us to move around. I mean, it was bad in certain spots. We had to we can't go that way. It was awful, overcrowded. This is so, like I say, the movies, I'm not being paid by AMC. I love the app. I can cancel a movie 5 minutes before. I can book a ticket and have a reserved seat. How is this not? Okay, maybe not a seat, but a section. You're sitting in Hall H, section 2 or whatever it is. Why can't you do that? Why can't you use the technology we have to make Hall H work? Because you remember, Gary, it was 2007. That was the year that Twilight was at Comic-Con.
Ruined everything.
That was a year that a woman was killed crossing the street. She was running. Why? She was running to get into Hall H line, and she was killed in a car accident. Something else is bad is going to happen if this is not fixed. How would you do it, Gary? You do events, RSVPs.
I think you put up the money because they have it. I don't know. Supposedly they got rid of their nonprofit status a couple of 3 years ago. So they are now for profit. So they have plenty of money to number those seats, like you said, like a theater. And and you can make it part of your badge chip, and you know what? Make them pay a little extra. You know, if you want Hall H, $100, $150, people will pay it. You'll profit from it, and it avoids this. But it's and that way you can weed out all the, and believe me, this is what happened. This is how I've gotten in the past. Is I knew somebody's like, come on in, you know, like that's how it happens.
Yeah.
And this could easily be controlled, but they there's not a lot of people running Comic-Con. It's like a dozen people, so it's not surprising. And then for your overcrowding, you know, they need to expand the convention center. They've needed to do that for 20 years.
But they've talked about like Petco Park, and obviously you couldn't do that. But Marvel's really responsible partially for this. It was failings with Comic-Con. Marvel's partially responsible. Why didn't they, you know, admit, hey, we overbooked with our VIPs. We had a big group here. We're going to release everything that we showed everyone in Hall H as a way to make good. No statement. I feel like Marvel needs to make a statement. And now there's stories, the bleak failures of the 2026 Hall H scandal. Now it's reached that point. Sorry, Alan, I interrupted you.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say about Petco Park. I mean, that's what Disney did with D23 rather than, you know, because the same problems were occurring at D23 when they had their big panels. And so they moved everything to the Honda Center. And so now everybody can join. And I'd say it's less special, but everyone can now partake in it. Petco Park, I mean, it's literally across the street. You could fill that place up and do it all there.
Well, you can fill up
and
a
anyone
section.
can go.
The problem with that, though, is bootlegging, people filming off of the big screen. It's very
sure.
public.
I mean, that's the downside is you can't play anything exclusive at that point. But if your point is you want to see all the stars and the celebrities and all the cool announcements live, Petco Park is the perfect place for it. And
honestly,
you can sell drinks.
I just don't like that elitism of Hollywood creeping into San Diego, where if you can't get past that velvet rope of Hall H and into the hall, you can't see what was shown. And I don't know. I think they have to do something radical, because I think there are also safety issues, as we pointed out. So,
yeah, I mean, as far as like filming stuff at Petco, let him film it. It's marketing. Yeah. My God, it's not going to be a good version of it. Like, and you could take it down if you want after a couple of days, but like, who gives a crap? Just film it. Like, people are going to eventually see it, and it's going to create hype for your thing if you really believe in it. You know, that Doomsday trailer that they showed, I watched it, and it's a better trailer than the one they released on Monday. Yeah, not going to say it's great, but it's a better trailer. So these are Comic-Con problems for sure. These are, you know, first world problems. But with Hall H, I mean, I just gave up on it for many, many years, Chris. When you helped me get into Hall H, that was the first time I had been there in years, because I had just like, I don't care. You know, I'll see everything eventually anyway, and I'll just go enjoy the con. But yeah, they really effed up on this one. They've got egg on their face right now, and I haven't seen any response that I think is good for any of this. Marvel should say something, but Comic-Con should be out there going, hey, we're sorry, we messed up, and we're, you know, the people who had the badges, we're going to refund you some money, because 8 hours of your time, or as Alan pointed out, 2 days of your time missing con, you know. And also, I would warn people, like, don't wait in line for 15 hours for something, you know, like
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
I mean,
it's just a movie.
Yeah.
Frankly, I do remember as a kid in the 80s waiting in line for tickets to concerts. And honestly, it was kind of fun because you meet other fans and whatnot. But I think we're beyond that age now. We're beyond that age of, I don't mean age like my age, which is ancient, older than you, Gary. But I mean, like, we have the technology to fix this. Why not do that?
The waiting in line age is coming to an end.
Yeah. I mean, I waited 6 hours to see
like
you.
the Bronze Age.
Thank you, Chris. All right, good.
Here's the biggest thing is expectations, because these people, when they stood in line the day before to get those badges or those wristbands, their expectation was they were going to get in. And that is the worst thing you could do, is to waste that kind of time, make a promise, and then not fulfill that promise.
Yep.
And they have, Comic-Con has to come in big time to make up for that, because that's just a sour note on that part if they don't.
No, they can't act like we're Comic-Con. So what? What are you going to do?
It happens. Sorry.
It happens. We'll look into it and take care of it next year. It's like, whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yeah.
That was horrible, by the way. The way that was. I don't know if that guy was ready for that kind of question. I don't know if he's ready for the limelight, but bro, you don't go, yeah, we'll look into that next year. Sorry, everybody, you're screwed. You know, like no apology, no, come on.
This was fun. I don't know if you saw this. Ryan Reynolds went undercover at the con. He dressed as Deadpool. I've heard of people doing this before, like Sam Raimi dressed in a mask, mainly because he wanted to just buy comics and not be bothered. But this is pretty fun. Let's take a look at this video Ryan Reynolds posted.
Oh, there's music.
Okay, I'll mute
Your
that.
favorite Green Day.
I'll mute that a little
You can
bit.
mute Green Day. It's fine.
Yeah, I don't mind that. But this is pretty fun. Like, they didn't know that they were actually meeting Ryan Reynolds. So it's kind of fun. What is he?
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, and
a little bit. It was fun a little bit, but the announcements that Marvel
believe he
made.
got in.
He got in.
Well,
The
he was a
announcements
Deadpool costume.
Marvel made. Let's go through them real quick, because I watched your live. I think everybody went live at the same time. They talked about Spider-Man Brand New Day. They brought out the cast of the Avengers, and they had two stages, one in the front, one in the back that was secret stage. They did a big Doomsday presentation. Then they announced two new projects we didn't know about. One is a remake of a Nick Cage movie, Ghost Rider. It's coming, folks. It's coming, starring Ryan Gosling. And the other is the third film in the Black Panther series, where T'Challa's son is now the lead.
Yeah.
I kind of am underwhelmed, and I've got some logos here for this is what's coming from DC, and this is what's coming from Marvel. And I can tell you, The Brave and the Bold, not happening.
That is some wishful thinking.
That's not happening.
there.
Remember when they said
at all.
they wouldn't release two Batman movies in the same calendar year, that Matt Reeves would be one? Because there we go.
Well, there it
we
is.
go.
What do we think about what was announced at the con? And I have a lot of the footage from Hall H there, but what about those announcements?
What a
Blade
nothing
movie?
burger. What a giant nothing burger this announcement was, especially the Black Panther 3. I don't know anybody that still cares about that, but it looks terrible. The actor, he looks like a kid, man. He looks smaller than Shuri.
Yeah, he's like the autistic synth from Alien Romulus.
He's been stung by bees.
But I mean, were other people? I mean, look, I can tell you, if Alan and I were in that room, it would be exciting at the time. And then you walk out, you go, well, that's all they got. I think the age of the connected superhero movie universe, as you pointed out, Gary, that's kind of done. And they're playing it safe. Black Panther 3 is safe. Okay. We don't know what that's going to be.
It's not Black Panther. It's Black Panther 2.
Right.
Did they call Wakanda Forever Black Panther 2 Wakanda Forever?
That's right. I
thought it was
about that.
maybe Black Panther Wakanda Forever. I can't remember.
I thought it was stupid. They should have recast T'Challa.
Yes, from the get-go. Even Chadwick Boseman's family wanted that, and they wouldn't do it because they exploited his death. And I thought that was gruesome.
And almost a certainty that Shuri will also still be Black Panther. You'll just have female version and
Yep.
a kid version.
Panthers?
Well, everybody
she'll
will
be a
Black
mentor.
Panther.
She'll be a mentor for the male son of T'Challa. You know how it's going to go.
Yeah.
The only cool thing they did, and I didn't catch it when I was doing my stream, Chris, is when they announced Ryan Gosling as Ghost Rider, they played the song by Suicide that Henry Rollins covers on the Crow soundtrack, which is about Ghost Rider. So they played that song, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. That's a deep cut right there. But yeah, that was the only cool thing they did. Then they announced Sean Levy as director. And like,
now, do you think that they will announce more at D23? Everyone was waiting for X-Men. We didn't get it.
Yeah. I believe D23 is going to be television, the Disney Plus stuff. I doubt they're going to announce anything.
They said there were no more movies. There's nothing between the Secret War, Doomsday and Secret Wars. There's nothing coming out in between that. It's just from Doomsday straight to Secret Wars. So I don't know if they're going to drop any TV shows.
Well, I mean, Vision Quest, I believe, is going to be there.
Yeah, it's coming out this year.
Terry Matalas will probably be there.
But between those two, I don't care about Marvel anymore. I'm literally out.
Don't worry. 7 years from now, we'll get a Ghost Rider movie, probably, maybe.
There's so much you can do with Ghost Rider, man. It's like if they just got it going.
But here's a whole video. It's only a half hour of what was in the room. There's the video is paused when any video is on screen, but the excitement in the room was palpable.
And look at these guys. Wow. This, the history of Marvel Studios and the history of Hall H are intertwined. Was anybody here?
He looks very skinny.
Yep.
Fucking Ozempic.
Is that what it is?
It's spreading. Yeah, man. It's spreading all over Hollywood.
Starts eating your body mass. Literally.
2010 when we announced the Avengers for the first time. Or when Loki came out and made everybody kneel to him. Is it anybody's first time in Hall H? Oh, nice. And I'm sure some people were here 2 years ago when Robert Downey Jr.
You know who was there, Gary?
We were there.
Oh my God.
Playing Dr. Doom. So, where do we start? I'm going to start where all great Marvel stories start, and that's the comics. Everybody familiar with comic books?
Remember them? Remember?
Have you guys seen this yet? At all?
I've seen when they introduced the cast, which was a bit cringe, or all the people in all the different stages, and it was just too cringe.
Well, they stage it like a show. Obviously, it is a show. And everything is canned, everything is written. This is a whole written. They're writing this they put so much into this. Why don't they just make it a special and you can air it on whatever, right? This is, I don't know why they don't release it. Maybe a week later, whatever. It's kind of stupid for.
And can you imagine waiting 2 days in line to come in and see
and not getting to see this? I don't know. I don't want to go through this. I can go through some of the highlights. But your guys' thoughts?
I just feel like they're out of touch with us fans.
Well, there's the fans.
Yeah, bringing up the comics is rich, Alan.
Yeah, I know.
Sons of.
Bringing up Pedro Pascal. That's. It's boring. It doesn't incite excitement.
When does Marvel ever talk about comic books?
We're so far removed from the heights of Marvel doing like big thing. Remember when Loki came out on stage and everybody was pumped up for that, man? We're far from that. At this point, I don't understand why Marvel just doesn't reboot. Just stop. Let's just go back. Let's wait 5 years. Let's kick it back off with the X-Men. All right. Let's just do that instead of trying to keep this thing going. This is just, I don't know. It's just drab, man. It's
They're kind of doing that. They're just going to wring the last little bit of money out of everyone for Secret Wars.
He said they're not.
He's full of shit. They're that's a difference without distinction. For all intents and purposes, they're starting over again with a Tony Stark back in the world.
Yeah, Simu Liu seems to think this is his last.
I hope so. I want to agree with him so much.
And Shuri, the actress who plays Shuri, didn't seem too happy on stage too. So
she looked.
Yeah, I think they were all promised bigger participation, and they're bringing back the OGs, and no one knows who have. When the guy who played Namor came out, I forgot about him.
Who's that dude? You're right.
And I saw that movie all of once, Wakanda Forever. It was awful. Here's the moment that Ghost Rider is announced, which Josh Horowitz is part of this.
Hey, Josh. Yeah, hey, Josh.
Remember that time just a few years back? It was actually here at Comic-Con.
Yeah.
I asked you about it. I asked you about the rumors, and it was so weird. The lights went out in the room like it was meant to be.
Ryan Gosling just told me he wants to play Ghost Rider. Like he actively.
When did he tell you that?
Just like a week ago.
You guys just hanging with movie stars. That's what Josh does. Gosling's unbelievable. Boy, that's a bad omen.
That is a bad omen.
Oh man, see, we're not talking. We're not supposed. Ryan doesn't want us to talk about
He does want us to talk about
Oh,
it.
he does?
He actively said, "I want to talk about it."
Well, I will tell you this: just because the lights go out does not mean it's a sign.
Now listen to the sound in the background. You can't hear it.
All age, thank you.
I mean,
Hey,
I do like Ryan Gosling. I like him a lot.
Sure.
Ryland Grace.
Yeah.
Do you like Sean Levy directing?
He's not right for Ghost Rider. He's very safe, happy. He's good for Deadpool, Wolverine, and fine. Some might argue he's terrible, but it's fine with me. I don't think he can do something that's supposed to be a superhero in a supernatural horror world. To make it like there has to be some scary stuff in Ghost Rider. It's got I want a rated R Ghost Rider movie.
What if he works
about
with
Star
Gosling
Wars?
intimately? Like this is apparently Gosling's. He has the idea of which comics to use, and they're very specific. So what if he works more in tandem with him to deliver what you would expect from a Ghost Rider comic?
That'd be great.
Now, I'm not sure if you all have seen any of this, but this is some post the Hall H panel. They did like a junket with some of the actors, and it's as cringe as you would think. So I don't know if we want to suffer through some of this.
Real quick though, Badger, do you think they put him in the blue suit, in the OG blue suit, with the line right here? That'd be awesome, man.
Yeah, I'm not sure which because everyone's kind of making it seem like it's going to be a Danny Ketch or whatever.
Johnny Ketch? Nah, it's gonna be Johnny Blaze.
You sure? You think?
Yeah, I think it's gonna be Johnny Blaze.
My feeling about Sean Levy though is again, Marvel movies will always be comedies from now on, from here on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
It'll
they
never
have
have a
been.
serious tone to it. Yeah.
All right, let's take on. Is he come out
what did he
yet?
say?
I don't know.
Look at Rebecca Romaine. Look at her, and then what they did to her in the movie.
Oh, it's a crime.
She looks better than Vanessa Kirby.
What in the word salad is he saying?
Well,
By the
here's
way,
here's an interesting thing here. It's a short clip, but they address why does Doom look like Tony Stark, and they kind of don't address it actually.
It's so cringe.
This is like the third Q&A from Attack of the Dog.
Why do they even have these? They can't answer anything.
I know.
I'm like, what's the point?
Is it a movie?
I agree with you.
Yes, maybe. Not really sure.
Look, outside of our sphere, are other people saying it's disappointing? I haven't seen a lot of excitement.
No, I have not seen excitement. I've actually seen more excitement for Spider-Man.
Yep.
Yeah.
But for this, it played out at Comic-Con from what I went back and watched like a parody. Like you're making a you're parodying a Marvel announcement in a movie. It's kind of gotten silly at this point. And maybe because there's been so many parodies and and Marvel's become a parody of itself. But it played out pretty cringe. And I don't see the man, I can't wait for like that whole BS of the Infinity Vision where they're like the theaters are sold out. Yeah, it's one theater per theater, in your nice theater. and you made the tickets, so of course they're going to sell it. And like even in my quiet local theater, they are sold out. They're gone. But it's one theater in a theater, and it's not IMAX. It's Infinity Vision, which is just a regular. Well, it's a prestige theater, a nicer theater. So yeah, I'm not feeling any. I'm seeing a lot of eyes rolling.
What do they need to do to get back on track? Like I feel the same way you do, Gary. Like that's it, Ghost Rider. And then they had, I don't know if I watched the whole video of the panels. He ended after Ghost Rider and was like, oh, that's it. And he's go, oh, one more thing. He tried to steal the Steve Jobs thing. One more thing. And he did the Black Panther 3 and brought out Coogler and great. But it kind of fell like a thud.
Yeah, Black Panther 3 is an odd. I think everybody was expecting them to say something about the X-Men, and it's kind of crazy that they haven't yet. But I think they want to dispense of the Fox X-Men first before they make that announcement. So that's obviously going to be next year.
Yeah. And hopefully, if Sadie is Jean Grey, you're going to have her. Yeah.
Hey, there's people who don't think that's going to happen. By the way,
what's interesting is like Ryan Gosling.
Talk about that in a second.
Yeah, Ryan Gosling says, "Hey, I've got this idea for Star Wars." Oh, and they let him make a Star Wars movie, and now it's like, "Oh, I've always wanted to play Ghost Rider," and now they're letting him make a Ghost Rider movie.
Yeah,
I mean, it feels like that the powers that be at Marvel Studios are have not a creative bone, and they're just waiting for someone to come along and say, "Hey, I've got a movie idea for you. Will you let me make it?" Probably Deadpool and Wolverine was the exact same situation.
Well, he did that with Project Hail Mary. He's the one that worked with them. He was one of the executive producers, so he fell in love with the story and the book. So he knew that he was great for the role, I guess.
Yeah, which is good news for Star Wars, Starfighter, and for Ghost Rider.
I would assume they're not disappointed with it if they're continuing to give them tandem work together. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So,
but he's a great actor.
Yeah, like Project Hail Mary. Thank you. Nerd Cookies, by the way, peer pressured me into getting into that book, and it's amazing. And favorite movie of the year. But I was texting with Chris, and we both said like these are really safe moves. So they're not awful, they're not terrible moves. It's just like, are they super inspiring? Well, I like Ghost Rider, but can the current MCU make a Ghost Rider movie? That would be my biggest question.
I just find it interesting that the most exciting stuff coming out of Star Wars and Marvel are all Ryan Gosling projects.
Yeah, right.
He's going to save them both.
That is,
it tells you what's going on with the creative brain trust behind both of those franchises at the moment.
Well, the word creative, we'll use that loosely.
It does kind of line up with what I think. Sorry, Chris. What we heard like a couple years ago, where that they were waiting for all the supernatural shit until after Doomsday, which I guess would have included Blade, which I think they maybe just gave up on. But Ghost Rider, I'm assuming, would in a Werewolf by Night. People were like, why don't we get more? So it kind of lines up with it. But also, Ryan Gosling is just really popular right now.
Yeah.
It would have been great in the room if they announced him as being in Black Panther 3 also as the Black Panther. Just a goof on the meme. There. Goof on the meme.
I mean, it is kind of leaning into the meme that you had Ryan Gosling on stage when they made a Black Panther announcement. That's pretty funny. But other than that, yeah, it was just kind of meh,
Yeah. And I think Alan can confirm we're glad we weren't there.
Yeah.
Are they hiding a bunch of stuff, do you think? Like all the actors that they've revealed, all the characters that they revealed, is it just this is the safest that we can reveal and they're hiding a lot of
truthfully, getting down to truthfully, I think they've lost a lot of money. They've made bad choices, and they're only allowed to make certain things that are safe. So I think Doomsday is safe in terms of it may not make money, but that's not the point. The point is to get fans
re-energize the franchise.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then what are we announcing? A remake with a really popular actor and a sequel that we know a certain audience will turn out for. Those are both very safe announcements, but they're not allowed. I mean, look at Kathleen Kennedy announced so many movies, but she doesn't decide that, she needs someone over her head to approve a budget. When you're talking hundreds of millions of dollars, so now Marvel's just pivoting to safe.
I think that's a common problem. It's not just Marvel.
Yeah, last year was
Gods and Monsters, DCU. That's all canceled or delayed.
Spaceballs 2
Yeah.
parody the franchise.
We're getting to that. We're getting that. But like, I feel like they're not. It's not a guarantee, so they're not getting the money. Like, we'll just turn on the faucet. We don't care what it is. Obscure character. Nope. It's all going to be safe. Which is why I'm surprised the X-Men wasn't part of this. All right.
It is strange.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of parody, Spaceballs trolls Marvel in Hall H. I have the footage. You have to see this. Now, Alan and I were fortunate to see at CinemaCon an extended look at that movie. It makes fun of everything. Sequels and reboots and franchises that are really old. And just every aspect of this world of franchises that have been around too long is what Spaceballs leans into. So here's footage from the Hall H panel for Spaceballs where they made a very exciting announcement.
So yes, Kevin, we've got plans for the future. As one big asshole, kids.
Wait, here we go. Sorry. What? I missed it. Here.
Excited right here in Hall H, to announce that this is just the beginning of our plans for a Spaceballs cinematic universe. Hall
H. These graphics really went around the hall.
Just reveal one, but that just phase one. We got phase two. We got phase three is coming up, and this is all part of a three-phase saga that we call the Almighty Schwartz Saga. Ass. Yes. But this ass is just part of a bigger cinematic universe. The asshole.
Yeah, take a look over there.
And it starts with here. We have a lot of ideas. Really follow the
Nothing is canon. Everything is canon.
Until 2148, and we're very excited. Over here, and at the end, you'll see there's a required viewing order. This is not the order.
Phase 10.
Yeah, what order you should watch it in.
And you might think, have they stretched this asshole too far?
And the bottom line is we're going to keep this asshole nice and tight. And even though we're going to stretch the asshole a bit wide over the course of the next couple of years, at the end of the day, it's all about the art.
So give it up for our asshole.
So a lot of Spaceballs coming your way.
For the future.
The fact that it's now gotten to parody, and look, Marvel is not announcing phases. They're announcing movies, but no phases.
Yeah.
That's really telling. And this,
am I the only one thinks Spaceballs is going to lose a bunch of money because for multiple different reasons, but mainly no one cares because the thing it was originally parodying isn't popular anymore, and it's maybe a little niche, or is this going to be $1 billion out of nowhere?
No, I think it'll do well. I think because look at this, we had phase 7 Spaceballs, the musical, just all of this, and it surrounded the hall. That is just we lost count.
I just love that it exists. I love that they're doing it.
And I think there's a little more excitement behind it than usual. I mean, just the fact that Rick Moranis is returning to the movies will excite a lot of people, a lot of old people. Let's put it that way.
Right.
And this is not the Naked Gun reboot. This is not Scary Movie 7. This is Spaceballs. And look, it's not going to make $1 billion.
No,
but it'll make enough.
Well, I can't wait.
I think that's a good question, though. Badger is like, can you parody the parody that has become a parody of itself within parody world? Right. And that's hard. It depends on how hard they want to go in, because I would just make fun of Disney Star Wars from the get-go. I would just make it 2 hours of just clowning Disney Star Wars, and it could be funny, but Josh Gad is involved, so
right.
Yeah.
So it's like the olds got theirs, but the youngs are like Josh Gad. What am I latching onto here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why he's famous.
Olaf, that's why.
Okay.
Well, we've got I don't know if you've seen this, but there is a story synopsis for Spaceballs that it makes fun in all the marketing. They make fun of things. Every aspect of this is making fun of things. So there's a story synopsis of it that reads like parody. Like, we know this. We know you're even tired of it. You know, they make fun of fatigue. So look that up.
This is gonna be trash. Holy smokes, man. I'm not looking forward to this. I feel like this is gonna be like Naked Gun. It's like some good jokes, but not enough to really carry it. You know, Naked Gun, I thought had a good opportunity to really kind of bring back those spoof comedies, and it just didn't stick to landing for me. You know, so I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for the best, but nope.
Well, you gotta read this because it actually is kind of parroting here. I've got it from my wait, let me keep looking for it. You guys chat amongst yourselves. I'll find it.
Okay. Spaceballs.
Spectrum sucks, by the way. Can I just say that? I hope nobody's sponsored by Spectrum, but Spectrum Internet is trash. Just want to get that
Spectrum.
out of the way. Yeah.
Did you just change? Is that the deal?
Dude, I've been using them for like this happens all the time, man. I don't get it. And every time I call them up, they're like, "Oh, we're so sorry. Here's a credit." And it's like, can you guys just have internet that works? You know, finally they're getting fiber optics in my area because that's what I really want.
Nice.
But we hadn't had it and had no opportunity. But
Yeah.
yeah, Spectrum was the best that I could get, and it is trash, absolute trash.
Yeah, we just got fiber like a couple months ago, and so that's
Yeah.
where I'm kind
You're
of
living large, man. I wish I could get that.
Fiber's
They're
good.
bringing it in slowly. It's gonna probably be
Yeah.
another 2 years. Sucks. Yeah, I know it's
Deep.
time to get off the Spectrum. There's no one else. There's like, what else do you do? It's
As
like,
riveting
that's
as
it.
the Spectrum
Move.
discussion is, I at least
Yeah,
laughed
well, there's
at
that.
Naked Gun.
All right, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's
There
look,
are
That
moments,
that panel might be the funniest thing about Spaceballs.
it's we saw some of it. It actually looks really good because it leans
Okay.
into making fun of franchises.
but you know,
Yeah, it's not just.
we may have seen all the best stuff.
That's possible.
How much did you see? Was that CinemaCon?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was a
You know-
good 5+ minutes.
yeah,
Of the
but it
movie.
was it was punchline. It was funny. I laughed. I had a really good time watching it. So
Well-
cautious optimism. We've
Let's
been burned before.
Yeah, true. Let's go to Soups as we wrap up. If anyone needs to leave early, let
Press
me
him to
know.
start for 2. Thank you for letting me interview you again this year.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mark. We will share the video with our audience.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And it's backed up by Ocarina music.
That's right. We're at this
Ducky.
booth, Gabe El Taib's booth. 1705. He's got that. He's always next to that ocarina thing.
Yeah.
Drives you crazy. Oh, I'm here
2 things.
now.
Did you
Sorry.
see CAAG Bonta blocked Warner Brothers Paramount merger till 2027? Also, your thoughts on Blade Runner 2029 casting, and have you seen the trailer for Children of Blood and Bone? It's canceled until 2027 and or the conclusion of their trial, which I believe they're entering discovery of.
Yeah, so I think it'll kill the industry if the merger doesn't happen. Warner's will be sold off for pieces, and Paramount announced if they do this, they'll move to Nashville. They'll move to.
I'd do it anyway.
Yeah.
And
same.
AG Bonta, he can say he's trying to block their merger till 2027. I don't know if he'll be able to actually do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Blade Runner 2099 looks god awful. And there's so many announcements I saw from San Diego. I mean, it's become a shit show. Like Abbott Elementary always has a big presence. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
What is that?
Like, what is Abbott I see this as like The Rookie. Look, I love Nathan Fillion. Why promoting a cop show at a comic book convention? Like, they've expanded what it is, and it's that's why there are too many people.
Do you need Comic-Con anymore? Does anybody need Comic-Con to? I mean, James Gunn's not even showing up to Comic-Con now. He probably does need it.
Well,
does anybody actually need to be at
issue.
Comic-Con to promote anything? I
But
don't
there
think
was
so.
Apple announced the Matchbox movie. Did you know that? There's a trailer with John Cena in the Matchbox movie. And
by the way, do you know what cosplay I saw the most at Comic-Con this year?
What?
Women.
Yes. Oh, yes, Alan. Dropping joke grenades. I love it. Yeah, Children of Blood and Bone. I did see that. I saw that trailer. Alan, any comments?
I didn't see it that way. I think
You
the line,
did see it. You saw it.
Children of Blood and Bone. Oh, is that the?
It's
That's the Amanda Stenberg movie.
Oh yeah,
where they darkened her skin.
Colorism and all.
Yes.
Yeah, all that.
Oh
fun.
yeah, it'll be next year's Crazy Rich Asians.
Does that count as half blackface?
Yeah, that's a good question.
But the thing I said about Blade Runner 2099 is that I guess in 2099, men have bred themselves out of existence.
Yeah, makes no sense. Thank you.
Axel's Abode, member for 23 months. Toy Story 5 equals 1 billion. How many 1 billion films can you name? Michael Jackson.
Yeah, Michael Jackson.
Michael.
Mario. Moana 2. Like, it's a lot of them.
Avengers Endgame.
Yeah.
It's like 30. It's like 30 of them, right?
All Spider-Man movies.
Yeah. They're not all good. If you look at that list of billion-dollar movies, from my money, about half of them are not great.
Plenty movies that didn't make money and they're good.
Force Awakens was $2 billion.
Yeah, The Last Jedi. Yeah.
Jan Hugh gifted 5 Film Threat memberships. Thank you, Jean.
And another 5.
Another one. Wow, for 10.
And Andrew Cram gifted 5. Thank you.
Jan Hugh for 742. I was traveling and unable to contribute last week and still catching up on all the streams.
Hey.
Oh, thank you. Appreciate you, Sean Hu. 742.
Super Frondaman for 599. Alan, Chris, Gary, have you guys read any comics in preparation for Brand New Day? Still think Sadie Sink may be playing Spider Queen with Miles Warren / Jackal.
Well, I'm supposed to text Gary the minute the movie's over.
Yeah.
To confirm who Sadie Sink is.
So friendly bet with Brian from the podcast, who has just been on a tirade saying Sadie Sink is not playing Jean Grey. And we'll see. We'll see.
Was it Rachel Summers is the other one people say she's playing?
Yes. I think that's one of the things he said. But we'll find out. I thought it was really weird when I heard it. I'm like, what?
To the question, Gary.
Yeah.
What issue should we be reading before going into Spider-Man Brand New Day?
None, because it will not connect to any of the comics that you will be seeing. It's connecting to, it's the follow-up to One More Day, the comic book that killed Spider-Man forever. I had people coming into my store canceling their subscription to Spider-Man that day. It was really bad. Brand New Day is the follow-up to it. I will say that Marvel, the MCU's interpretation of it is better than the comic. So, but if you want to prepare for something, grab the graphic novel by Michael J. Straczynski, The Other. But they've already used some of that in Madam Web, believe it or not. So, yeah, that's probably what you'd want to prepare for.
Nick Beggars from Ithaca. Hail for 2. Hail
Yes,
all.
everyone's caught up on that beggars thing.
Yes.
It's,
I love it. I
really
love the
making
memes.
rounds.
It's
Thank
my
you.
favorite from that.
He's the only one acting. I love it.
He was the best actor in that movie. So
He is the best.
by
He
far.
was the most interesting.
Yeah.
And Tom Holland was Tom Holland.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah. CC Black for 2. Brand New Day estimate for opening is now 800
What?
million worldwide.
Really?
That's high.
Considering they're not in any IMAX screens.
Yeah, for 2 weeks.
It's got China, but yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, China.
What did No Way Home get?
No Way Home God, what did it open to?
Not sure what it opened, but that
Doctor Strange had an opening weekend of what, 450 million? It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Yeah, No Way Home opening weekend, 260 million.
Yeah. So the estimates, early estimates were 250 million. I think they've gone up.
Yeah.
Tickets are hard to find for that opening day. Yeah.
Anecdotal, if it may be, they are very hard to find. Yes.
Yep.
And did you get the Wednesday fan screening?
I did.
Yes. That's
So
where I'm
okay,
going.
good.
Yeah, I got the Thursday one, but it's at like very late in a very full theater.
That's
Yeah, I'm in row 3 for mine.
Balagia Gaming for 100 jewels. High five. Yes.
What is this jewel?
It's
Thank you.
terrorism is what it is. Graph web for 2. Yeah, it's like 100 jewels is 1 ruby.
It's like a rupee or something from Legends of Zelda.
Can I know you're trying to get through subs, but the Rachel Summers thing, I want to circle back to that. That would be just as, I mean, if you think Jean Grey is dumb, Rachel Summers would be dumber because you're getting so far ahead in the X-Men universe when you haven't started it.
You
yet.
have such gold in those early issues of even the reboot of X-Men, the all new X-Men, such great stories, and we're starting way beyond that.
That would be it's a weird choice. It really is. We'll find out though.
But don't worry, Gary. This is versus, not FNT. We can get through our soups. We don't need to do square ups. We got a reasonable number. So.
Sorry,
Jason Nelson.
No, don't be sorry. I'm saying, don't sweat it. We'll get through quick. We'll get through. But,
Hope Summers would be worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll find out. We'll find out. But I was told by somebody who worked on the film that Chris knows. So the person who told me was the person who told me Punisher and Hulk were going to be in it before anybody knew that. And I dropped that. And I'm not a scooper, so I don't care. Like, people can take, and maybe people were saying Sadie Sink was Jean Grey before I said it. I don't know, because I don't pay attention to that stuff. So I don't claim any credit, and I don't need it, and I don't want it. But that's what I heard from a person who used to work for Marvel, doesn't work for Marvel anymore. Part of those unfortunate layoffs.
Kudos to Ryan Array predicting 1.2 to 1.5 billion 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Ryan Airy. I watch him every once in a while. He's he's got good stuff. He's got good theories. His theories are better than what Marvel does, actually. So kudos to him.
Graph web for 2 in the name of all that is holy. Hashtag cancel Disney Plus.
Thanks, Graph web.
You need to do that with Echo someday. Throw in an Echo.
Yeah. Not another name for 10. Rebecca Ferguson on her role in Dune 3. I've got one scene and you've seen it. It's literally in the trailer. If brutal honesty can be funny, this is it.
Nice. Well, good. She's
Nerd
not in the
cookies.
book.
Yeah, that's true.
What are your expectations of Dune Part 3, Nerd Cookies?
Oh, goodness. I am a mix of excitement and nervousness, probably in equal parts. And mostly it has to do with Zendaya's Chani and the kids. But I am excited for a lot of the things that it looks like it's from the book, like with Paul Atreides and Anya Taylor-Joyce, Aaliyah. All that looks great. All the scenes of war look amazing. And with Duncan, that looks straight out of the pages of the book, although the Guild Navigator design, if that's what it is such a cop-out and a huge disappointment. But it looks epic. I will say it looks like an amazing, and it's mogging the Odyssey so hard for me. I mean, those trailers, the second trailer was a bit but the first trailer was so good. And regardless of its adaptation, it looks like it's going to be a great film.
Are you gonna go to the 70 millimeter to see that opening? Like,
there's not one anywhere close to me. So I don't know. And I think one that maybe shows 70 millimeters having issues. I don't know. But I'm gonna see Doom Part 3 first. Sorry, Doomsday. I don't know. It's the Doom Part 3 is the priority.
John Wayne for 20. Nolan's swollen colon needs to spend more time in the bathroom purging those nasty habit demons and less time behind the camera. He's just a pretentious cultural desecrator who created a boring and mediocre audio discombobulator. I think he has no one that tells him no.
Nice word.
Yeah, the sound mix for his movies are bad. I remember going to an early preview of the opening scene for Dark Knight Rises, it's a scene out of a James Bond movie, not a Batman movie. Anyways, that scene where we see Bane, no one could tell what he was saying. They made him fix it after that.
Why is his sound mixing so bad for his movies? And even I like Tenet, but that is so bad. Like if you have to have captions on to understand what the people are saying, then that's bad. That's part of this film experience is what we're hearing.
Part of it is he always likes production sound. He doesn't do ADR. ADR cleans it up, but you can still, with tools now, with things like Pro Tools, you can clean up audio. I don't know why it's a constant problem with it, but Jeremy likes it.
Torgo the White, member for 29 months. This is a pretext for Musk to experiment. Let him.
Yeah, I think it'll be bad, but I'll watch it.
Toxic Waltz, member for 6 months. Joseph Kahn's THR article dropped. Bring back the Hollywood asshole. It's a great read.
Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah, Joseph Kahn was on our panel at Comic-Con in San Diego. And yeah, he told me about his article. It wasn't out yet. He's like, bring back. He's basically saying, he told me this. Basically was saying, stop making woke movies. But he's sort of under the guise of a different premise. He never said.
I really wish he would have dropped more coke, less woke.
Yeah. Oh, that's a great title.
Bring back the coked out producer. Bring back the hookers on yachts. I mean, it was more fun. Okay.
I'm not even joking when I say that. Legitimately, the Joel Silver, Jerry Bruckheimer peak, like if we could just go back to that, it would be much appreciated.
Yeah.
Mumblewick for $100 Red Boy.
El Topo. It just says El Topo. Thank you, Mumblewick. That's huge.
Thank you.
Huge. Awesome. El Topo. Great movie.
John Orchard for 10. It will make a great excuse to give Zendaya and the other women Oscars they wouldn't normally get.
I have said it. Elliot Page. Best supporting actor.
Sorry, the comment is referring to women getting Oscars.
Elliot Page.
Rossi for 5. Buy a saber, be a neighbor at Theory Sabers. # support Vader 3. Yes.
Oh, great to hear. And I wish Star Wars Theory a lot of luck with this premiere. I'm sorry I can't be there.
He does great at cons, selling those sabers. He's making the rounds now. It's good.
Good.
And wait till you guys see Vader episode 2. He showed me a clip of it, and the CGI just in the first 30 seconds. I was like, fuck you. It is better than
I love the first one.
You'll be very happy with it. Jester of Roanoke for 5. No one here said it was going to bomb. Political commentators came in like a hot chick's fat friend saying she's not interested, claiming to speak for us. Yeah.
That's a good one. Thanks, Jester.
I mean, even if you did come out and say it's going to bomb, just come out, just go I was wrong. I mean, it's not that hard. I mean, coping after it, I don't know. It's not a great look, but just go. Whoops, wrong on that one. And listen, even consider looking back now, even thinking about this film underperforming, little insane, right? I didn't think it would do this well, but it is. It's doing great. Maybe I should like it now because everybody else does.
If we watch it 3 or 4 more times, we'll start to get the
no.
Bat fan for 5. Nerd, what are the chances we ever see Kraven's Last Hunt or Death of DeWolf on screen?
Not at Sony.
Yeah, for sure.
No. Well, both of those things again require buildup. That's why Dark Phoenix. Going to Dark Phoenix all the time. Well, they've done it twice, but I say all the time. That required buildup. Not a second movie or a first movie or with a second movie or third with the new crew. That requires 5 movies to build up to have the full impact, because you have to like Jean Grey as Jean Grey before she turns. Craven's Last Hunt, you would have to have like a Spider-Man movie series that's on like that would have to be like the 6th movie, and you've already introduced Craven, and Craven could have been his best villain. Craven's awesome. Craven's brilliant and just completely underused. And yes, I know there's a solo movie and I watched it and it was terrible, but Craven is one of Spider-Man's best villains and just completely underused. So it's a great story, but it requires too much buildup to be done properly.
It's funny about the death of Phoenix. What turned Jean Grey was Mastermind screwing around with her brain,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, you'll never see that on any kind of media.
Oh God, no.
But it was great. I love that story.
Well, that's the thing. That's even the thing that Emily Wilson was kind of complaining about in her criticism of the Odyssey is like you removed all the complexity. Now she focused on like the powerful speech and kind of brushed past the sexual assault portion of it. Well, she did mention like women can rape people too. You know, it's like, yes. I mean, these are the things that Christopher Nolan decided to not put in because it would be too misogynistic. Just like taking, God dang it, when he brought up misogynistic and people are like, "What do you want to see? Violence against women?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, I do. I want to see it from the story. Yes, I want to see it adapted, but like it should be okay because it's a movie." But the problem is now. And Chris, we've talked about this with these new rules that they put on themselves, some written, some unwritten. It stifles creativity because we're like, oh, we can't have a woman being mentored by a man. Like something simple like that, you can't show it now because that would be misogynistic. And it's insane. It stifles art.
All right, moving on.
Moving on.
Yep. Richard Curtis for 20. Still not seen Odyssey, was initially put off, but I've heard good reviews by people I respect. I may like it. I did Knives Out. Even though Mahler and Drinker made me feel dumb for doing so, maybe I'll see Spider-Man first.
Yeah, decide for yourself. Every time, decide for yourself. We're not trying to. I don't roll out of my rack and go, you know what? I'm gonna change your mind. I'm gonna move the needle on the narrative. It's like, no, I'm just giving you my opinion on something. And by all means, go and see the Odyssey and find out for yourself.
The only thing I would say, I agree with that. I never tell anyone you know, you're crazy or stupid if you go see it, or just you decide for yourself. The only thing I would say is I do like to champion a small thing that people wouldn't know about, like Motor City. Motor City, dude, Gary, as a comic fan, it's a graphic novel set to music. It's so good. So I like to advocate for small things, but anything else, like, you know, you make your choice. I mean, and also you should see for yourself because you may have a different opinion. So thanks, Richard. Appreciate that.
Big Marv, member for 22 months. Shout out from River Falls, Wisconsin. Really want Doomsday to be great, but I want real writing and real emotion. Give fans what they want. Good luck.
We'll find
out.
out.
It's hard these days, man.
Yeah.
Giving the audience what the audience wants. Nah, it's about Hollywood.
C Black for 2. Comic-Con should be moved to Las Vegas.
It would fail there.
I don't think so.
It won't be Comic-Con in Las Vegas.
Yeah. But they renewed the contract through 2030, but the city needs to make serious changes. Yeah. Thank you for that.
Yeah. Oh, I found out that they ran out of wristbands at Hall H because they mistakenly gave it to homeless people thinking they were camping out overnight.
Bad Fish, member for 1 month. I'd kind of like to see Hunger Games or better yet Battle Royale on the Titanic. Green Day are a bunch of queers.
I used to like Green Day. I used to like them. I can't stand when they open their mouths now and they all look like old lesbians. Yes.
The 1A train for 20. I can now retire early thanks to my lucrative weekend selling fake wristbands in San Diego.
No. Save that money.
Great job.
Good work.
C Black for 5. New rock stars knew about the MCU VIPs the day before via Disney. This appears to be on Comic-Con. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they just need to fit. And also, everything is so expensive. They use Comic-Con as an excuse to jack up hotels, everything. I took a photo of it. I'll post it on social media. In the fine print on menus, they talk about a 5% extra being added because of Comic-Con for all restaurants. At the hotel bars, you sit down to your meal, there's a little tiny fine print on the menu. It's awful.
For another 2 jewels, Graph Web, thank you. Silver Star.
Thank you for that.
Never Win for 440 jewels. Unk Alert.
And more jewels. Thank you.
Silver Stars. Thank you, Beauty. Thank you, Lee Ferris.
Sparkles.
Yes. The 1A train for 5. I always feel like Kevin Feige is about to try to sell me a timeshare every time I hear him talk.
Used car salesman. Yep.
Yeah.
Jimmy Eats Movies for 100 jewels. Marshmallow.
Marshmallow.
Oh, boy. Hello, Frisco. JB Spooky Review for 5. Excuse me, but Canada's very own Ryan Gosling was on both Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Really?
If anyone knows horror, it's Gosling. So, yeah, Hercules.
Good one.
Dr. Fauci's Pardon Prison Butt for 5. Unpopular opinion, but as a studio, I would leave Gen X behind to reruns and stop bastardizing their IPs and concentrate on what's popular with Gen Z/Alpha.
Yes.
That's what I've been saying. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Move on.
Catch up on eggs for 1,000 jewels. Goat trophy. Yes. Kelvin Marsh for 500 Martian pesos. Love from Kenya. I disagree on the Odyssey. I think it's a 10 out of 10, and I do well defending that position. First super chat, but been a fan for years.
Well, defend it, but only through super chats.
Well, thank you very much. But also, I'm not trying to, tell people that really genuinely felt it was a 10 out of 10 and a perfect movie and they love it. I don't know what Jeremy of the Geeks and Gamers he thinks it's a 10 out of 10.
Well, he thinks it's a 7 out of 10.
Yes.
He's being provocative, and because that's Jeremy, and that's why we love him. But yeah, he thinks it's a 7 out of 10.
I think it's such a matter of personal taste with Christopher Nolan's movies. It's like, that's what I say. I can't really recommend or not recommend it because it's just, if it looks like something you would enjoy personally, then I think the trailers are an accurate representation of what you would experience. So if you think you're going to enjoy it from the marketing and the trailers, then or not, then yeah, I think we have enough information for you to decide for yourself.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, over the last 2 weeks, I learned a lot of people like Christopher Nolan.
But also, like, I go to certain people, like, I know, Gary, you're not a Dune guy. You're just not into that world. But when it comes to Game of Thrones, I look at the House of the Dragon, you're not loving it.
No, I wish I was. I liked, loved season 1, like season 2. Season 3 is a mess, but I'm really into the unfinished book series that will never be finished. Yeah, we watched an episode last night and it's all over the place. But yeah, it just depends on, Night of the Seven Kingdoms is the best thing I've seen this year. Give me more of that.
For TV, I would agree. And for movies, I haven't seen it yet. I've seen some very good films and entertaining movies. I haven't seen anything great. Have we seen anything great, Alan?
Project Hail Mary?
Yeah. Project Hail Mary?
That's great.
I like the book better, but anyways.
Rated in for 199. Do you think Marvel got wind of what SB2 was planning? What's SB2?
SB2.
Spaceballs?
Oh, Spaceballs. Yeah.
Oh,
no, probably not.
Guys,
but I mean,
they're not actually putting out all those fucking movies. They were just making fun of.
What?
I mean, I think Marvel, I almost think they actually like having watched footage of Feige. He doesn't mind memes. They're in the conversation. You know what people aren't memeing? Things they don't care about. Yep. If you're not being memed, it means, think of it as, it's like when a lot of men get together and insult each other, those are terms of endearment.
Yep.
By the way, did you see that clip of Feige defending the rollout of Doom and comparing it to the rollout of Thanos?
That was cope.
Yeah, that was not good.
He clearly doesn't understand the fans.
Peter Yannick for 10. Hi, I grew up in Poland. Here, whole schools would go to the cinema for a movie with educational value, paid by schools / taxes. Is it similar in USA? Would it add to Odyssey earnings? No.
No,
it's not.
No, that doesn't happen in the US. Although they do play what they call educational versions of movies in school.
Yeah.
So, and I don't know why, like Odyssey is R-rated. It's bloodless violence. And they say fuck like 3-4 times in the movie unnecessarily.
We maybe had a day where the TV would be rolled into the room and they'd make you watch Glory or something, but then
I
have to get
remember
like a
Quigley
permission.
Down Under.
Yeah. Oh,
I remember seeing that. in
really?
school. Yeah.
It's a great movie.
I saw
It
a
is a great
Christmas
movie.
Story.
In
That
school?
was- yeah, in school.
We did try to arrange outings for a sex ed class, but those didn't.
That fan for 2. I want to read JMS Spidey run, but it's so pricey.
Get the trade paperbacks.
Key for 5. On Doomsday, seeing Gambit now. So is this proof of the why Thor crying scene?
Yeah, I hope Shang-Chi takes him down.
At the end of Deadpool Wolverine, they show them go back for Gambit. So and they're supposed to be in the X-Men world.
People will be making videos on all the loose ends and threads that are not resolved after Doomsday comes out in Secret Wars. There are all these, and I think, you know what? Who cares? Eternals. I mean, remember when that movie was bombing and they were just saying, hey, guess who's in it? Guess what? They leaked it out, and none of that will pay off. None.
Only Blade in the MCU we'll ever see. Enrico Matassa, shout out for 10 jewels.
Nice.
W.
Lamon for 129 Swedish kroner. Johnny Depp is back. Ebenezer has $38 million budget confirmed by New York Times. Guys, what do you think of the trailer? I hope the movie succeeds. And please, Nerdrotic, promote the movie and tell Drinker about it as well.
It looks fine. I would
Yeah.
see it. It's a Christmas movie.
Like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite stories in the world. So I'm there opening day, and I'm sure Drinker will watch it too. And that's still high, but I think it has a great chance of profitability at that budget. And I think a lot of people want to see Johnny come back. I think it's great.
Same.
Das Pooch for 5. Tickets at the Chris's hometown of Novi Magnin are sold out for Brand New Day all weekend and have been since day one. They gave it the Super EMX, not Odyssey.
Oh, that's cool. And by the way, do you know the origin of the name Novi Das Pooch? And thank you for that. It was the number 6 train, and they spelled it Novi, Roman. And so the town became Novi, which was number 6. All right, stupid knowledge I know from Michigan.
Ron for 10. Good afternoon, all. Will any of you be watching Star Wars Theories? Yes, his Vader episode 2 tonight. Yeah.
100%. 100%. I wish I could go to the premiere event.
Watching it live. I think it premieres tonight at like 9 o'clock PST.
Alan and I will be watching Spider-Man.
Flying blind on a rocket cycle for $4.99. With the massive success of Nolan's The Odyssey, I say we take the next step. Time to renew the Acolyte and double the budget. Sure.
Let's go.
Gosh, double the
do it.
budget.
I'd love it. I'd love it. Thank you.
Job security. Ducky for $9.99. One of my favorite X-Men comics in the 90s was the crossover, the Executioner song. I loved growing up. Also, I have been to Gary's comic book store back in 2005 of the K Streetcar line by Stonestown.
Well, you know what you're talking about because the K line stopped right in front of my shop.
Ooh,
cool.
Perfect.
Thanks for coming by in 2005.
Security G for 5. Serious question. When you all see the mediocre masses scream, pay, wait in line, idol worship these celebrities, does it give you hope for real art?
I'll say this. Look, Comic-Con has a artist alley, a lot of different creators there. It's fine that the big panels, the Marvel stuff. It's sort of what's that? All ships rise, the boats, and something. My brain is like jello.
Rising tide raises all boats.
Rising tide raises all boats. So Marvel is there, and it helps other smaller creators. So
yeah, I think you can make the
it's fine.
argument that the big stuff is the gateway to the little stuff, to the real stuff.
And you discover a small comic or an indie comic, and so I think it's fine. I don't mind it.
But what makes a stone sink and a boat float?
Exactly.
Magic.
Rings of Power deep cut right there.
Oh my god, I can't believe they're releasing that this year. And what is it?
Yes.
Over 3 weeks, right? It's coming out in 3 weeks.
4
the
episodes on the premiere.
4 episodes on the premiere, and the showrunners came out and said you don't need to watch seasons 1 and 2.
Oh, thank God. Thank God.
Because they most likely haven't. Yeah.
No, there's a great picture. God, I don't know who posted it on Twitter. It was a promotional picture that they put up, and it's supposed to be a guy holding a sword like this, but his arm isn't up, so it's just a sword floating on his back.
What is that?
It's AI. They used an AI picture, and like everybody's freaking out over that, which is hilarious.
It's funny.
Plays out like it's written by AI, so that
Yeah.
Haley Brady for $4.99. Jerry Bruckheimer got the rights to Epic the Musical, another Odyssey retelling that got famous online. This will be fun and whimsical versus Nolan. Thoughts?
Well, you can find that Epic the Musical on YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't seen it, but fun and whimsical is something that you will never see in anything Nolan. So I think that'd be cool.
But I hear the Homer estate is really pissed off.
Yeah.
Jason Nelson for 2. Chris, how'd your panel go? How was Star Trek 60?
I did not get into Star Trek 60. I did do a surprise panel. I don't know if you saw that. I got invited on the most woke sounding panel. It was, let me read this.
I
don't
saw
know,
that.
I
Did
know.
you see? It was the weirdest, like, what am I even doing?
I know. By the way, cue Admiral Akbar at that point.
Yeah, it was bizarre. The panel was societal storytelling, fandom's activist role in evolving culture. I'm like, you do not want me on this panel. It was super woke. Guess what? Everyone's white on the panel, which someone called out. And my panel was more diverse. And then I don't know. I was just honest, like I normally am. And Alan actually filmed that panel, and it's up on Film Threat right now.
So how'd it go?
Comrades.
It wasn't as bad as it wasn't a trap. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Point of personal
wasn't-
privilege.
Yeah.
Point of personal privilege. Can we stop clapping? Thank you. I'm triggered.
But it felt awkward. Like I didn't know if they hated me or what.
I mean, people were saying things we said, like "stop preaching." You know, how about
I said that authenticity is more important than diversity, and then I don't know why. And then the crowd seemed to like the very simple things I had to say. So leave it at that.
Yes, and the lesbian panelist next to you hates all men.
Yeah, that was so awkward. Someone
I know.
said you could see my face. I'm like, okay.
Don't worry, Chris. You're one of the good ones.
Get her a U-Haul
Maybe.
gift card for Christmas.
Yeah.
Bruce Leroy Jenkins for 2. This Gary guy is pretty good. Should be a regular. Yeah.
Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play.
Gary may have
Alan.
a future on YouTube.
Foolish American for 2 just watched Odyssey. Nearly 3 hours wrong.
Thank you.
That was a
Gareth
good assessment of the movie.
For 2 jewels. Sparkles.
Thanks, Sparkles.
Sparkle.
Guy for 10. Not enough homosexual
Well, I'm sorry,
representation on this panel that you know of.
Yeah.
We need Jeremy to fill the opening. Yeah, Jeremy Griggs, homosexual man. That is correct.
Thank you, Guy LaDouche.
Ginger. Ginger Adventure for 5. Quick panel, yes or no. Will Doomsday doom Marvel or Secret Wars? No.
No, I think it'll be a big success, but the tentpole Marvel movies will be the things that are guarantees success. But everything else, I think, I don't know how it'll do. I don't know how much.
Can you imagine if Doomsday is Rise of Skywalker and what that will do to Secret Wars?
I predict Secret Wars will make way more money because at the end of the day, Doomsday is a bunch of people we don't give a shit. It's all the Phase 4 and 5 people, with the exception of the X-Men, and Secret Wars is all the people we actually should be caring about.
We hope, yes.
We hope, yes.
I think, God, this can't be short. Doom as in like box office flop? No. Doom as in storytelling, learning all the wrong lessons, and putting out just pure slop? Yes. I think I don't think Marvel knows which way to go, and they should absolutely reboot, but they're not going to. They're going to reset, and reset in the if they stick with what I've heard, in the strangest way, in half measures. But Chris is right. They're going safe, and we're not going to see anything like an Ironheart or a Shang-Chi in film. They still might do that stuff on D+, but we're not going to see that in film for a long while, if ever.
Jean Hugh for 742. My class went to see Never Cry Wolf in the theater in Maryland, 1983.
1983.
Nice.
Wow. Jim Watari for 10. I had 2 Gary doppelgangers at San Diego Comic-Con.
I saw a few where I turned my head. I thought, Gary came here? Saw a few people who looked like you. I should have posted a pic.
Klein
I'm sorry for them.
Chris and Alan roasting cosplayers and causing a riot is a better watch than anything being shown in Hall H.
Oh man, there were moments I was like, Chris, no. Don't. You were I could feel you wanting to incite a riot. I'm like, no, we cannot do that.
We're gonna go in there.
I don't know.
I mean, I don't know. And then you made the joke about the Trojan dumpster.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Ginger Adventure for 5. Gary, I've heard from X that ROP Balrog is epic. Why do they rip off Jackson for a lit show?
YA.
That is supposed to be.
YA,
young adult.
Young adult.
Yeah.
Clit lit show.
I don't like that.
Oh God,
Simon Pegg as the Balrog.
He's voicing the Balrog. Yoyston from Men of the West has a great video out there on whether the Balrog actually speaks or not. Go watch it.
Yeah, it's a great video. Yeah.
Yep.
Sunny for 2. I saw Full Metal Jacket in high school. What'd y'all see?
Not in high school.
Full Metal Jacket.
I
in
saw those.
Ryan.
Maybe Gary, you're old enough to remember. Did you see those like driver's ed movies that were like gory?
Red Asphalt,
Yeah, stuff like that. That was
Yep.
great. They scared the shit out of me. It was great.
Oh yeah.
Hey, in my econ class, we watched Trading Places. That was
Did they have?
Yes, they did. No
Did
editing.
someone forget or not know?
No. That was our teacher.
We were built different.
Yeah, that kind of teacher.
Let's just say those weren't the. No, never mind.
Woo Productions for 2. The Odyssey, R-rated, only, no sex or violence. Yeah, what? Because they swore in it, right?
Just F word. Yeah, that's it.
That was dumb.
I mean, the Cersei scene made me want to throw up. So I don't know.
That was
Yeah, that
cool
was
for
yeah.
horror.
And let's just say
Yeah.
cleavage didn't exist back then. So
Nope.
Yeah.
The 1A Train for 5. The best part of the Odyssey was the Other Mommy trailer before it. The book is based on it is stellar. Yeah, the book it's based on is stellar. It was a good trailer. Ginger Adventure for 5. Gary, will Az return for the Rings of Power season 3, or is it a teaser?
Maybe it's up to Az.
Will you
when he wants
do
to.
watch parties for that for Rob?
Yes.
Oh my God, you're a glutton for punishment. Yes.
Yes, please. We need to. We're in this together.
I know. Yeah, you're not alone during those watch parties, which is great.
4
And-
episodes in one night. Oof.
Oh yeah.
And thanks for mods, Lord Thoth, MK Solid, ADLS24, Olo Leakway on Rumble. Thank you to Nerd Cookies, Angry Badger, the DA, Derek Anderson, Alaning, and Gary Beekler of a little channel called Nerdrotic.
Cheers.
Yeah. We unfortunately we got to wrap up. Sub to all these people if you have not already. Alan has to get up to LA for this Spider-Man Brand New Day. We will do an out of the theater reaction.
You better.
Yeah. Oh no, we are.
We are, and we'll tell you what we think. So one last one here, coming hot, slap on the table. Ginger Adventure, $2. Thank you, and we'll leave it there. Thank you, everyone. We'll be back with Versus next week. Watch Gary does a little show called The Real BBC on Tuesdays. Check him out. And Badger is doing a show right after this.
Badger's not doing a show right after this because Theory decided to make his premiere at 6 o'clock, and I have to get to LA.
Oh,
so, yeah. So I will
That's
be
why
going
God
to
made
the
a toll road for you.
Theory premiere.
Pushing your cat for
Push
five.
for 5, yeah. So
by the
DP3
way-
had Elektra, Gambit, Blade, and X-23. Gambit is confirmed for Doomsday. What about the others?
No, but Shang-Chi is confirmed.
Shang-Chi, Alan is
Just what we
excited.
wanted.
And by the way, we are less than 2,000 away from 169,000.
Nice.
We're at 167,000, so 6-7, whatever that means. Whatever
that means.
All right, take care, everyone. See you later this week. Bye bye, Alan.
Bye.
Let's get out of here.